Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Gamion. I will be your game developer for this stream. With me is my co-host Mega Kitty, who is relaxing nicely on the couch, just enjoying the ambiance. I'm a AAA developer by day and an indie developer by night and weekends, and I'm developing an online multiplayer soccer brawler called Field of Heroes that I hope to get out middle of next year at the very latest. Um, been working on this for almost 4 years, and very eager to get it out. Hey, thanks, Franplay. So this evening I'm working on a new feature for the next playtest. It is a power kick ability where you can, after you get enough cooldown points, you can kick the ball hard in a certain direction and also take down opponents on the way. So this evening I'm going to wire it into the rest of the heroes I haven't wired it into yet, and just do a little play testing and try a little polish and try to get it working. So here's what we got right now. Got to load the field. It's loading it from the Unreal Editor takes longer than it does when in a published game, so we got to wait a few seconds for everything to load. And of course we got our Christmas lights up, so we have the Jolly in here too. Okay, so if you look in the lower left corner of the screen, I'm gonna make it a little easier for you to see. Let's see. Now the game's frozen. There we go. There we go. At last. So I'm just gonna hide this for a second. You'll see in the lower left corner of the screen there is 3 cooldown meters. And the one on the right is new, so brand new, and it cools down faster when you're attacking opponents. Now, don't mind the jitter and the choppiness, by the way. That's perfectly normal for the editor. It's got to load all that stuff on the fly. That's just the way it is. Okay. So I'll show you what happens when it is fully charged. Got it. Oh, good one. All right, almost there. Oh, and it's charged. Okay, so now when I have the ball again, I'll make a power kick. Here we go. Aim, fire. Oh, and it's not working because I don't know. I wonder. So I'll have to look into that. So why is it not responding to the space bar? So let's go to the danger room and test it out. Yeah, so that's how it should look. But it's not working. So good evening, Ryan. Good to see you. So why is it that when I use a cheat to cancel cooldowns it works, but not when I wait for it to cool down? So here's what I'm going to do. So I think what was the cooldown on that ability was 60 seconds. Let's see what that cooldown was. Yeah, I don't ordinarily stream on Thursdays, but I just felt like doing it today. So here we go. Ability. This is how I store the numbers. Oh, it's not. There's anything here. Spear turret, power kick. Here we go. Power kick cooldown. So that's 60 seconds. I'm going to temporarily change that to a very small number. Let's just do 5 seconds, and then we're going to wait 5 seconds and see if I can kick it or not. If they're turning off the cooldowns cheat. All right. Should be 5 seconds. Okay, that worked. Now let's try it in the game. Why couldn't I not kick in the game? So I'm going to do a little trick here. Going to destroy the bots because they're just in the way. All right, here we go. Well, that worked. So why didn't it work last time? Oh, what's this? Okay, so it looks like an unrelated bug was being called. Let's see, find knackback component. Let's see, other actor. let's see. We're going to do valid check. All right, that should fix that error. Move this in a bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to destroy all the heroes, and I want to test the kick. So that worked, but when I had it at 60 seconds, it wasn't working. I want to know why that didn't work, so I'm going to gameplay ability. So let's see, GA kick dodger. Here's some power kick. Let's try that again. So back to 60 seconds and play it like normal. Memory pressure warning. Yeah, it's because of Visual Studio and OBS and all that, and of course, so I need more memory. That said, I sure picked a great time to need memory given the memory prices these days. All right, I'm purposefully not goaling because I want to attack enemies to speed up the cooldown. This is usually a minute long, but it speeds up by a half second every time I hit an opponent. Okay, it looks like it's ready now. So let me try a power kick. Oh, and it's frozen. Oh, I shouldn't have had this full screen, but it looked like it was going to work. Let me try it again. Okay, now I have it. Let's try kicking. Oh, that worked. Okay. I wish I knew why it didn't work the first time. But yeah, it is working as designed now. Okay, so that's looking good so far. Now I want to hook this up to the other heroes as well. So I mentioned before that when you use your when your weapon hits someone, it will decrease your cooldown by a half second. And this is the magic that does it. This blueprint right here. I just need to do this for the other blueprints now. So let's do that for. Let's see if I can make this faster. Do this. Snake staff is next. And this is going to be a little bit of redundant work, but it'll be just fine. Oh, magic missile. Okay. Okay. And then next we got to do that for Grace. And then we're going to do the lance. And then the mace for Horus, the barbarian. Now melee fighters tend to hit more, so I actually have a less than half a second um, reduction in their cooldown. Okay, and then Prowler's next. Oh, let me put the this back on. That's better. And then back to the damage claws. Double check I did this right. Yes. And then we do for Tone Day. And the last one is Ulrich. Okay, so I've just made it so all the heroes now have their power kick cooldowns reduced wherever they hit people. Now the next step is to get the AI involved and in using this ability. Now, I've already done this before in the old power kick for Horus, and I wonder if it even works. Oh, I think it still might work. All right, we're gonna make this a shared thing. I want all of them to use the same logic. Okay, so then let's go to the power kick ability. Oh, this needs to be in this folder. Okay. You know, I think I'd rather have this be in the heroes folder. So let's do that. And fix up our redirectors. Okay, none to fix. And then particles, we'll also put in the shared folder. Shared particles, and then gameplay. That's where this stuff should go. And then this. Power kick. And then Grace's is a special case. We need to assign theirs specifically. Okay, so now the AI, if I did it right, will try to use this ability when they have the ball. And I can test that. Try that right here. So what's this? Why is this? That's better. All right, let's give this a spin and see how it looks. I'm going to turn on the audio so you can hear some of the game. And let's put a little music on too, from the game. see is how choppy it is. Well, if you look at the top left of the screen, of the viewport, you'll see that it's loading things. It's loading shaders, loading animations, loading this and that. That's just how it works. And it doesn't help that I'm pretty low on memory right now. Oh, nice wall. Okay, so soon the AI should also have their cooldowns. Oh, here we go. Technical teammates. So, yeah, they're thinking about it, that's for sure. I may need to improve the AI's thinking on using it in a little bit, but let's keep running and see what happens. Oh, I can't move anymore all of a sudden. Let's have a quick look at things. What was the command for showing the stats? Okay. I want to do documentation. Oh, which command was it? Yeah, show vitals. That's what I wanted. Okay, attackable. Yeah, so those... So I got stuck after kicking because the power kick, I guess... Yeah, these abilities should have been released. Let's see, locomotion. But that's at the ability level, though. It's probably that stuttering that probably caused that problem. We're going to look at how the power kick thinking works. So what do we do? Verify minimum number of hostiles. Okay. So this is the old power kick logic from over a year ago, and it looks like it was based on hostile actors and teammates around us. Let's see. Point scoring. Camera trace. Oh, okay, so it's to the goal. Might look more into that offline. But it looks like the AI is reluctant to use the power kicks at the moment. There's the stuttering again. Let me pause for a moment. Why is it taking so long to load animation sequences? It's really slow. It's only 77% of my memory, so... Well, let me see how that looks when I'm running. Still 77% memory. lot of CPU to load animation sequences. It's doing a lot of weird things. That's probably what's going on. Okay, loading more animation sequences. I love it. There must be thousands of them. See, now I can move again. I didn't even do anything. I do want to figure out why it does take so long to load these animations. I mean, they're not complicated. They're not even that long, so I don't understand it. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to learn when I optimize things further. So it looks like, though, it is hooked in, though. And I did see the enemy was trying to use the power kick. It didn't pass these filters, and I need to go back to the drawing board and remember how this worked, and then make the changes necessary to make the AI not so reluctant to use it. So that much I wanted to get in tonight. That was a bare minimum. So I'm going to do next is commit those changes. Okay, so let's see. Weapons, abilities, yes. Lots of stuff. And this new class. Oh, I should put some comments in there. All right, and hear the fan spinning again. Yeah, 78%. And then this. Go. Make sure this still builds. Always make sure it still builds even if you had comments, and then I'll submit. And while we're waiting, let's have a look at Mega Kitty. Looking good. You know what really makes Missy happy is having an ice cold Coca-Cola. See? And we're back. Alright, that compiled, so we'll say weapon hits now results in power kick ability cooldown reductions of half second for ranged weapons and 0.4 seconds for melee. And we'll adjust those rates based on playtest results. Now I'm going to make it so when you do the power kick, it will cause a nearby AI to get incapped. To that later. We're going to go to the danger room. And who are we spawning? It should be Dodger, I think. Yeah. Alright, so what we do when we hit when we go over an AI. Handle moving at extreme speeds causing knockdowns. I'm not even sure if how should I do this? I gotta think on that for a second. Okay, I think this may be okay. I think it's probably cleaner than having a collider to this. Alright, so first thing I want to do is get the ball velocity at the time of hit. How do I get that? Well, we have the start, span, end. What is this? Okay. That's our timestamp. Equals. That. And Visual Studio is frozen again. Oh, but more importantly, Mega Kitty's up. Uh-oh, she's getting up. And she's gone. She's already up getting a nighttime stack right now. We're gonna get back to this. But here's the plan. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting the velocity of the ball right. Then what I'll do is test if the velocity is a certain value, and if it is, then I'll apply the knockdown. But it will only knock down an opponent, not an ally, of course. All right, we're going to test this. All right, what's velocity? Okay, so we got something, that's good. Good, so now we can pass that velocity in. How do I get the previous possessor? There we go. And we'll take that later. And Mega Kitty's back. See what Mega Kitty's up to. Alright, so now she's doing well, and I got this code working, I think, almost. So I just wrote this code here that will make it so if the ball touches a hostile actor, then it will incap them instead of letting them catch the ball. This is just for testing purposes. We will see how this looks. Oh, yeah, I gotta add this. Let's see, where is this file? Gameplay. Well, that's a gameplay. Okay. And the other one was... what was it called? Status effect statics. Also, why is this in the gameplay folder? Huh. It doesn't really belong there. Maybe because it's an ability and a debuff. Well, alright, I'll let it slide. Okay, so back to this. Should cause that knockdown. Oh, now what? Oh. Oh, really? Oh, the instigator. Oh, okay, this doesn't need to be cast. Hey, while waiting for that to build, think I'm going to give out a shout out or two just as soon as I fix this compile error. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. What was that about? There's something in the build log that looked like an error, but then it just kept going. Maybe it was a warning that I didn't use that. Yeah, cool. So it's a warning that's unused parameter. That's good, because that's going to come in handy shortly. Anyway, that's coming back up. Going to go ahead and give a shout out. Oh, maybe 2 shout outs here. To Just Cavino at Freedom Force Studios, who ought to be in the Game Awards right now, but just not there yet. Maybe next year.
But we limited it to 5.
And if he hadn't limited it to 5, then he'd be in the Game Awards this year. Alright, let's see if this works. Good. So we're getting there. And the other shout out is always a risky one. I want to shout out to Air Force Game Player, who does Jackbox streams. Just got 1,000 followers, and things are going great. And hopefully, this clip will be family friendly. And if it gets, let's see, let's try that. See that? There we go.
Get ready. Here's what you came up with.
It's like prom night. What were they thinking when they added this one? What happens when you cha-cha with 3 people like Tri-Cybertops wrote?
Oh, God.
Alright, this is getting terrible.
Alright, we're going to get out of there. Oh, it ended just in time, too. Alright, but again, Jackbox streaming and other games, including a game that I wrote myself that I gave him for his birthday. It's like marbles, but it's dogfighting, so it's pretty neat. So go ahead and check his stream out sometime. And let's put the music back on. Oh, it's still running, okay. And Mega Kitty is asleep. So everything is just fine. And now, so we know this works now. Now I need to define like a minimum speed for this happening. So let's look at what the ball speed is right now and then start making some decisions. Again, this is for power kick. Okay, so typical speed is square root of 1.7 million. Let's see what that is. So 1300. All right. So that's 1300, let's say. Write this down somewhere. 1300 would be for normal speed, let's say. And then we're going to do a power kick. So let's see what the power kick gets us. Okay, it looks like 10 million, square root of. About 3,200. So what we got? 3,200 versus 1,300. I'm going to split the difference there. So we're going to say the speed is about 2,200. Then we're going to in-cap. So let's make... So here's what we're going to do. Session, goal, opponents. We're making a section for gameplay. Make a new property. Oh. We already have gameplay. Ah, here we go. Perfect. That really should be in the gameplay section in the first place. Oh no, that's actually ball possession. That doesn't quite... Yeah, let's keep it in the possession section. It's a big section. Okay, so we'll say float. And ball speed from knockdown. I want to say 2,200? Yeah. If the ball is traveling at least this speed, then opponents will be, then previous possessor opponents will be knocked down. Contact. Okay. So got that. Now we do if this greater than the min speed, then we do all this rigmarole here. Yep, so where ball's going fast enough and they're hostile, then we do this stuff. And then we return false so that we keep going. Let's see if that works. It hides function parameter. Oh, wait a minute. Stop. Oh. Oh, I actually wasn't doing this right. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta test bouncing now, too. I was getting the velocity a different way. Okay, so let's make sure they still catch the ball at the proper speed. Like this. Good. Now, let's try a power kick. Yep, there you go. That looked pretty cool. Do that again. Let's do it in this direction. Whoa! That's a bit of a strong... that's too strong. I'll fix that. But first, I want to test bouncing. Make sure bouncing still works. Well, that was kind of weird. I need more work on this. Whoa, look at that! That's kind of weird. I just want to see something. I wonder if it behaves any differently if I just do this. I'm curious. And Air Force game player, welcome. Kick. Okay, so it still looks a bit weird. Alright, so it's not something I just broke. Okay, So let's just cull that impulse a bit. I think knocking down to a quarter of what it was probably good. Well, let's test that. So those of you who don't know, the Game Awards are on tonight. There's some, in contention are some very, very popular, very recent games. And games that were really made in the past year that made an impact on the game industry, and millions of people, well, at least hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people had fun playing them. So, don't know who the... I don't have any guesses as to who's going to win. I do know one thing, and that is it does seem to be causing debate over what an indie studio is, what it means to be indie or not. So I don't feel too strongly about that. I will tell you, though, this project is all self-funded, and I did commission an artist to do the artwork, where there's more of an art studio, really. So whether or not I'm indie, well, if you have your own definition, then so be it. Okay, so the impulse should not be as strong now. Shouldn't be flying across the room. So turn on power kicks, and let's see what he does. Oh, he caught it. Let's see, did I miss anything? No. That worked. Try from this angle. Yeah, that works. You know, let's give it at maybe 50%. Or no, 75%. Let's see how that looks. I do want to have a little action there. Right, Mint Kitty? Yeah, she agrees. So we're getting pretty close to that being working. Let me check my bug list. Oh, that's already fixed. Streaks for takedowns and possessions. I don't know if I'm going to have that ready in January or not. Opting your current team. Yeah, so after a match is over, I'm probably going to have the teams randomized in the lobby. And we'll see how that flies. Yeah, it is possible to get at least you tried even you contributed. Warning spam. I want to check on this one. I don't know if I got this one since the update. I'll have to watch maybe tomorrow. I'll look at that. Hey, sandworm. Create pink signal bar icons. That's actually done. Actually, it won't fix because my artist did that for me, so I can knock that item out. Okay, let's try that again. So I want to get a little bit of air, but not too much. Oops, wrong kick. That's pretty good. Oh, he got back up pretty quick, too. me see that again. Yeah, that's too much. Let's give it 50%. And we'll see how that looks. I think we're almost done here. Oh, and before we stop. Not a big fan of typos in my code. So with this, we now have the power kicks. Even though the AI doesn't use them yet, I've got to work on that. The other thing, in fact, I'll make a bug for that. Not using power kicks. The EQ needs to be updated to best suit the needs of the kick, or best suit the effectiveness of the kick. So why do we do a power kick? Well, a couple reasons. One, score a goal from a distance. Second reason, to maybe knock out an enemy in front of you. Third reason, to get the ball across the field and just get it away from you. So there's a couple reasons for that. So what I need to do is train the computer to look at those reasons and see if there's value in it. Because we may want to kick, we may not want to kick, and it actually may be better to hold on to the ball in certain cases. So I just need to think that through, that's all. Alright, so let's see how the knockdown feels now. Nope, it went so fast it went right past him. Okay, that feels good. So let's get that committed. Alright, so code changes. Okay, good. Okay, good. The ball will not now knock down the previous possessor's opponent if it's going fast enough. Okay. I want to switch over to that sandworm bug, and that might be something I can knock out pretty easily. So the problem with this, I'll go to the sandworm gym and show you that. So in one of the maps, there's a sandworm, a desert map. And the sandworm is just an enemy. It doesn't really have an allegiance with any team until it is attacked by a team. And then if it loses its hit points to that team first, before the second team gets to them, then they will summon a sandstorm that sucks in the other team. But he's not traveling properly, so let's have a look at that. As soon as we load everything. Okay, you see those spikes over there? That's the sandworm. Where is it? There he is. Seems to be wanting to hang around that rock for some reason. Now I don't see it at all. It's kind of random, so we gotta find it. There he is. So he's facing the right direction. So the spikes are in the direction that he's traveling. But on the network games, that's not working right. So let me look at this. So now I'm playing as a network client. Let's see if we can find those. Yeah, okay, so that's looking right. Now let's look again. That looks right too. But I've seen in actual games, the sandworm is facing the wrong direction. That looks right. Well, let me try in the field itself. Alright, just waiting for this to load. And kill the bots. Alright, now let's see if hey, I said destroy all the bots. Whoa, that's funky. It's being so slow trying to load everything, it's going crazy. Oh, I know why. I just need to do enable cheats first. Then I can destroy the bots. Alright, so let's do that again. Nope. I accidentally closed it. Oh well. And we get to wait for everything to load again. Oh, or maybe not. I just thought of something. Oh, it's not in the network mode. Eh, we'll live. Well, while we're waiting, how about another picture of Missy? Alright, let's see if we can find the sandworm moving in the wrong direction. No, that looks right. Yeah, it looks like it's moving in the right direction. Let me check my last playtest video. Maybe I can catch it there. Yeah, well, that's working. Hmm. I know I've seen it before, though. Even recently. That? Oh, wait. Whoa, what was that? No, that looked right. There's a sandworm. Huh. I got to keep an eye out on this one, but I'm just not seeing it. Maybe I take a quick look at the blueprint. Okay, path control points. Yeah, I mean, that looks right to me. I don't know. I guess I need to see it again and try to get a repro on that. Although I noticed the wizard shaking around like that was not something I was wanting to try and duplicate. Let me try and get that to happen real quick. Let's go back to the gym. And we're going to spawn 2 of this guy. Ellis. Yeah, getting a little bit of vibration there. Let's simulate poor network conditions. Let's see. So we're going to go network emulation. Custom. Say average. Let's try that. Yeah, why is he shaking like that? Alright, let's try Dodger. I'm gonna see if other heroes shake that way. No, just Ellis. Okay. That's a known issue. Okay. I just wanted to see that. Okay. So the main goal of the night was to at least get the power kicks in, and now they're in, and they knock down opponents. So that is we're in a good place there. That was one of the main things I wanted to get done. So, yeah, I haven't been on very long tonight, but I'm going to hang it up because I had a busy day at work, and it's starting to get a little late near where I am, here in the Central Time Zone. And let's see who else is streaming tonight. Looks like not many, I think because of the award show. So we're going to switch it up to, let's see, we're going to see who we can raid off to. Okay, looks like he's mostly sleeping. Alright, we're gonna raid to Finn is fine. That's what we're gonna do. So, appreciate joining the their kind of short bonus stream. I usually stream Monday evenings. Central Time Zone at 7 o'clock. So thanks for showing up, and I will catch you all later, hopefully next Monday.